everyone's phone's on silent.
Oh, mine isn't.
Vibration off.
Man, I've actually had.
No one ever texts me. I didn't even know that was a feature.
Fair enough. That's gonna be the opening. Oh my god!
I thought my titty flashing was the opening. It's like I thought about shaving my chest before. Just going like completely shaven. There's a few times I was thinking about that.
So how you boys doing today?
Hey, we're doing fine, Shane. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you, nerd?
All right, you fuckers are here.
You're only all right?
Huh?
You're only all right? What's wrong?
You guys bring everything down.
No, I bring everything up. Everything.
Really?
Especially this cactus.
Oh my god.
It's something about this cactus. I don't know what it is. Like you just have to like poke.
I think it's all cactuses. You just want to touch cactus. Like, it's
just
not
like,
that pokey.
Yeah.
I don't think it's cactuses. I think it has something to do with stupid people.
Who is that?
Oh, that was you.
That wasn't me. My phone's off.
I think it has something to do with stupid people.
But yeah. I'm actually doing fantastic. Pretty good. I can't complain. Went to the gym, had a good sweat on, seen some naked people. You know, it's all the same.
I'm excited to watch football tomorrow.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's playing?
Pretty much everyone. The Eagles are playing though, and that's all I care about.
Are they going to go to the game?
But it's in Philadelphia, so no.
Ooh, we should just make a day trip out of it. We could probably get there in time if we leave now.
Yeah.
We
Let's
can
go.
leave tomorrow morning. You can make it.
No,
Like,
we'll leave
Pack
now.
this shit up.
And we can do
Head
a
the fuck
Philadelphia episode. Philly.
You guys don't watch football, right?
No, I don't really.
Yeah, I
watch
normally just kind of. I only watch it if I actually have kind of like bets and stuff like that going on. Because normally we kind of have like an office pool. And then with the office pool, it's just like, we'll bet like $10 per week, and we'll make our bids, and whoever wins gets the pool. Usually, we had a good like pool going on for about like I think it was like $300 or something like that per week.
I barely watch this podcast.
We have a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought this was just our time capsule we're just making.
It's called Hotline Hangout.
I thought we were just a couple of hot guys hanging out together. I thought that was the whole point.
What is that kind of a hangout? after the cameras stop rolling.
Brought to you by
So is this the foreplay part? We just
Was it working?
Stupid Decisions.
Oh yeah. Oh. Speaking of podcast, we're actually gonna have. I did an interview for the Not After 30 podcast.
Woo woo.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna be on that soon. And yeah, that was really fun. That was cool. He was here. He was editing in the background. Should have been on it with me.
tell us about it.
Well, we set up almost the exact same thing like this in the living room, and I just sat on the floor and talked to this guy, Anthony, on the phone, or it was a Skype phone call for like an hour. Did a podcast, did a little interview about our podcast, and I think it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, it sounded pretty good from what I heard. I just kept like stopping from editing just to kind of eavesdrop and hear on Shane.
It was so weird, kind of like listening to the recording a little bit after, and then you kind of find that, or because like I'm just talking to myself, because you don't have two audio, you just have my audio, and then I sent it to him, so I'm just like talking to myself for an hour, and like just randomly, I'm just like, oh yeah, and then I stop for like 45 seconds, and then I start again. It was really awkward sounding, but I'm excited to hear the full thing again.
And what's it called? Under for 30?
Under for 30. No, the Not After 30 podcast.
Not After 30.
It's like a sub-series. I think it comes out on like either Saturdays or Tuesdays. I don't remember. But yeah, it's a sub-series called Pod Life. It's a series of podcasters interviewing podcasters about podcasting. It's really cool. You guys should go check it out, especially when my episode comes out. But all the other episodes are good too. I don't know if you're just like interested in podcasting.
Well, he does have the crew now.
Oh yeah, we have the crew. What?
Well, yeah, dude. Apparently we got like an open invitation or so once he actually finishes up his studio or so. So we may have to make a cameo there.
Oh yeah, I think the studio's done now.
I don't know. Sooner or later, we'll be in touch with him and see what's happening, what's going on there.
Yes.
But that would be actually really, really fun. New experience. It's kind of just like one step into the world of podcasting, like one step into that door frame, you know.
great leap for mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
where are they based from? Like Toronto?
Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto. Was it
Milton?
Milton, yeah.
Mm.
I'm probably going to Toronto next weekend.
Nobody wants to talk to you in Toronto, James.
On that note,
Fun fact: I'm going by myself to play Magic and then going
Well,
back
that makes
home.
sense. You didn't need to tell me that, and I would have assumed.
You would have been right.
Anyways, welcome to another episode of Hotline Hangout. My name is Shane, and today I am joined by my lovely guest, Ahmed G, over here in the background.
hey, Ahmed.
Hey, Ahmed G, what up? Not too loud, not too loud. You don't want to mess up the time. The time code. And I'm also joined by my lovely co-host, Stephen Murphy.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am Steven.
We also have Jimmy James over here on the third mic.
I am so hurt by you, Shane.
No.
Ahmed G got a better introduction than me, and I'm here all the time.
Yeah, but you get the echo.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
And nobody could tell. I didn't even get like the reverb on my headset.
You didn't?
No,
I didn't either.
I
but
think Steve is deaf.
I didn't get that.
I tested all the
What?
equipment. He's always complaining that it's so quiet. at the
No,
beginning.
it sounds great now. Like I don't know what you did. You just flicked the ends of the cable.
I
put it
did
in.
nothing.
It sounds.
It's a
better.
placebo effect. I told Steve I did something, and then it's just like,
He's like, oh, I tightened the ends to tight. That's it.
oh my god.
That's all I have.
Yeah, I don't know.
You need to get
May-
more.
may-
If that's all you have, you need to
maybe-
get more. Whatever it is, you need more of it.
Maybe Steve just needs to shave his ass.
Yeah, that's what you need. It'll change your whole life. Your whole life will be different.
Can you imagine if you just have like one hairy butt cheek?
No, I can't.
No. Why would you stop halfway?
You just get
Like,
laziness.
your house got on fire once you're.
Imagine your house caught fire. You're in the shower. You're like halfway done shaving your ass. You run outside and you got like a hairy ass and a shaved.
Well, I was gonna say, like, what if, like, you're just like physically exhausted and like you have like lactic acid built up. You just don't have the strength or energy to kind of like get the other cheek.
If I could, I would like shave once and never shave again. Like I hate body hair.
No, I don't really have that issue with like body hair. I got like 3 like chest hairs, but that's pretty much it.
Like I don't have a lot, but like
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know.
what this
It
is.
didn't like my facial kind of
Like
gets
I
all,
like
out of whack.
maybe just because like I don't know what the word's called, but like
Testosterone,
not testosterone.
estrogen,
No,
pro-estrogen.
Okay, the media. I think like the media makes me think that like like having body hair is bad.
Oh, just like
Like not as attractive.
oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you must not be listening to much French media because
Shut up back there.
no. The only thing that's really disturbs me is like a hairy ass. And,
What?
like that's because like you fucking chafe, dude.
Do you shave your ass?
Yeah.
I do too.
I shave my ass.
What?
You don't shave your ass?
I don't shave my ass. Like, how hairy is your ass? All right.
How hairy is your ass? Everybody asses
I was
out.
gonna say pants off, pants off. Like the only
Drop
like,
trowel now, Steven.
the only place that I have like issue with like I guess like
Shaving your ass also makes pooping easier.
it just slips.
Why?
Just because like I find like pooping easier like if I shave an ass.
No, I don't know. Like was
Really?
it like Joe?
I
Was
don't
it like
know.
Joe Rogan who fucking was talking about like when he shaves like his butt cheeks or whatever, and just like when he has like a flatus, it's just like the weirdest like sound. And,
Ooh,
like,
yeah, no, it definitely feels weird, especially if it's like wet and in the shower. not the flatus,
I was gonna say, why is it
the
wet?
devil's lettuce. No, but like, cause like you're in the fucking shower, your ass is gonna be wet.
I don't know if that picked up on audio.
We're
I
doing
heard
some
it, so.
ASMR of Steve imitating a wet flatus.
You see, Steve's gonna be in the shower next time. He's like, should I shave my ass?
Steve's gonna be in the shower next time, and I'm gonna shave his ass.
He just pop out like, come at me with a straight razor.
Steve's gonna be like, "Come at me, bro," and he's gonna be all soaped up, and I'm gonna be running around with a razor.
What movie was that where it was one of the Adam Sandler movies when that guy was just like literally all he was doing inside like the shower scene. It was just like rubbing soap like suds on his ass cheeks, and that's all he did for like the entirety of the movie. And it might have been like The Longest Yard or something like that when they're like in that prison scene, and like
Oh my
no
God.
part of his body was like covered in soap besides just like his butt cheeks. I don't know.
I know you dream about butt
Is that
cheeks,
like
but like normally when me and Shane see a male butt cheek, we just like erase it from our memory. But I know it's engraved in your head. But that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Well, whatever. I think it's a very normal and appropriate thing for men to shave their asses. Especially if you got a really hairy ass. If some people just got a peach fuzz ass, sure, whatever. You don't need to shave your ass.
Can you get to the point where you actually can like do like waxing? I guess
You can wax your ass.
Yeah.
People.
I've never done it, but it would. If I could find a place to go, I'd fucking do it.
Well, yeah, because most of like the places don't do like manzillions or anything.
How much?
I guess it's called.
How much does an ass wax cost?
I know like girls do it sometimes.
Well, they're at what?
Well, that's a Brazilian, right? Like they do the whole thing.
That's a Brazilian.
They get the whole area.
Because like just like the like 17 positions that they put you in, so they can kind of like get every like cracks and crevice. But like overweight people, I guess too, they have to have like tucking and like folding. You know what I mean? Shapes.
Sorry, I just had my flashback back to the fucking gym. Tucking, folding. Oh my god.
No, it doesn't matter. Shane was picturing like an overweight person trying to get waxed. It's like trying to move every piece, and I was like,
well, from Shane's experience, I guess we had another
Shane's
encounter.
experience. This is solely me. It's because, as per usual, Stephen was sat farthest away in the most comfortable area of the sauna at the gym.
Well, I guess in retrospect, I beat him to the punch.
Fuck this guy.
We went straight into the sauna like alone after a good gym workout.
Did you almost say what I think you were going to say?
No.
We went straight into the sauna after a good jerk off.
I said a good gym workout.
jerk off, gym workout. That is a synonym.
It's all equivalent. So basically, we went whatever to the sauna, have a seat down. I'm usually like the first one in there. They're like first scouted out just to see if there's anybody else in there. And it
jerk off in there,
it was just completely empty. And so
we were talking to that
I
dude
took
the other day, right? And he was telling us all the crazy shit that's
yeah.
happened in the sauna, and I'm like, we've had like some mediocre bad times in here, but nothing extreme.
Yeah, you had,
and of course, the very next time after that, fucking extreme.
So yeah, because we went to what we had Squeegee Boy, and then then this time we actually had kind of like a chubbier fella, a portly fella. Shane like saw
very
him from
portly.
Shane like saw him from like his peripheral looking out. He's like, oh my god. He just like looks at me immediately. He's like, oh, I just saw something. I was like, okay, because I thought like he like dropped or broke something or did something or forgot to do something.
No. Basically, what happened was I saw about a 400-pound man walk by with a 1-inch dick, and he walked real slow, and I was just like, that's where I was looking before he came into my sight, and I was just like, whoa, okay.
Well, I don't want to shame anybody that, but there's obviously the polar opposites of a grower and a shower. So continue on with the story.
I'm a grower.
We don't care.
Well, it was part of the story.
James shaves his ass and he has a unimpressive penis.
But,
it's okay.
Hey, whatever, at least he shaves.
Yeah, but so anyways, with this whole story retrospect, we're sitting there just minding our own business, just kind of getting a good deep sweat going on. This portly fellow kind of like just plummets down and like plops right down.
No, he fucking
beside,
opens the door. He looked me right in the fucking eye.
Flexed his man pecs.
And then I just looked away.
I think I read a statistic somewhere. I think if you lose like 50 pounds, I think you like gain an inch of penis.
Yeah, we actually talked about this.
We already talked about this.
It's like
10 pounds
it's like,
per inch.
10, 15 per
If
inch.
you lose 115 pounds, you have a fucking baseball bat.
Yeah, it's a lethal weapon. You got to get it registered.
You got to get it registered.
Are you allowed to carry that, sir? I don't know. It was pretty funny though, and just like he was just minding his own thing. It's just weird when you guys are just like in deep meditation. All you hear is just kind of like heavy groaning and like kind of just like cough or whatever.
Oh, so this guy didn't have any like heavy groaning or anything like that, but you could hear because he'd just gotten out of the shower, right?
Yeah,
and you could hear him dripping
for
for the whole like 10 minutes. He was just dripping, and you know what? I don't know where that's okay. Like every sauna that I've ever been in, it's like, okay, well, if you want to be naked, that's fine, but put on a fucking towel.
Yeah, a towel or just
towel.
like what other people do is like they either have just kind of
in
like
like Asian cultures, it's like normal.
Why?
like this is an Asia culture here.
Well, like if I'm saying if I was grown up in Asian culture.
that would be different, I guess, in a retrospect. But as far as it goes,
I get it
like
kind of, but I don't know, man.
Even if you wear your boxers or like your tighty whities undies or whatnot, at least like do that portion.
Fucking
Could just
your
cover
junk.
something.
And,
Right? Yeah.
I think the older you get, the less you care too. I don't know how old this guy is. Like,
Yeah, I know.
He's an older
It's
gentleman.
not like the human body is disgusting or anything
Yeah.
like that. It's just like, fucking cover your shit up.
No,
Like,
yeah, there's
you
just
know.
like it's not like, publicly shaming or anything like that.
No, it's
You
just
know,
like,
just
out of respect for everybody
be
else.
decent. People
and I think like the thing is too, like I remember watching a documentary, but like
Watch a documentary about naked people at the gym.
No, it was about a small dick, but that's besides the point. So when you guys were like growing up, like your gym class, did you go like completely naked to change? Like, did you have like boxers for that, or like did you take showers in high school or gym?
Well, I was gonna say, like with my high school, we kind of got like lucky in a sense where we actually had like stalls and stuff like that, so it wasn't just like a complete
Sure.
open concept area where it just like the shower heads just like poke out from the walls. So we actually had a little bit of a privacy. So you go, bare ass and just do the same thing. Like, there's nothing.
I never
wrong with
showered
that.
at the school.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
like my generation, like the most we ever saw was like boxers. Like we never got like fully
Yeah.
naked. Like, and I think like that part of the older generation too. Like since they grown up, like
No,
like
there were
change-
definitely people who did
Yeah.
shower there. Like there's always like a bunch of naked people.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say
But
too.
it was for like 2 seconds. It wasn't like people were like walking around slowly because of their back problems,
Yeah.
just like taking their sweet time to put their pants back on. It was like slip off, slip
Yeah.
on. Like that's it.
Yeah, that never like I don't know. At least for me, like that never really happened. Like I was those boxers people. Like this.
Well, I was gonna say,
like
like, it's so funny too, just because like my friend used to tell us a story when he kind of went away for like military training, how they were like so rushed. They would literally just like turn on all the faucets like in the shower, and they only had like I guess like 3 minutes to take a shower, so they all just did like a worm around like the shower curtains and everything just to go under like each faucet, and by the time they were done, they were just like fully washed, and they just all like head out. So it's like, God forbid someone trips and they cause like a little like dog pile.
Oh my
All
God.
these like naked asses everywhere.
Imagine if you guys like came home from dinner and there was just like somebody naked in your house, like sitting on your couch taking pictures of themselves.
Someone's enjoying your little like taking a little bubble bath up there and everything. Oh my God.
Yeah, apparently that's what happened to a Fortuna family. Where the fuck is Fortuna?
I was actually just looking that up. I think it's on the little outside. I think it's in Ontario, but it's on
This
the
is
outside.
Canada?
Yeah, this is on
Oh
the
man, I thought this
outside
was going to be
of,
like Florida.
No, this is like that would make sense, but
Yeah.
it's just on the outside of Toronto.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Uh,
Why are there two like mugshots here? So like
Mhm.
it looks like there were two people.
yeah, there's two people.
The,
There was
the woman's name is Venata, and the man's name is Bacon.
Bacon, yeah, or Bacon. I don't know.
I
Is
think
it-
he's
is-
Bacon.
Well, yeah, it's spelled bacon, but it might be like accent or something like that.
What if his last name was Kevin?
Kevin Bacon.
No, Bacon Kevin.
Oh, just a little reverse. That's okay. Well, yeah. So these couples got home. They didn't say where they went for dinner or anything. Just miscellaneous. They kind of heard like things going off. They also had the dogs out too, which the dogs weren't doing nothing. They were just like,
Oh,
okay, I
dude,
guess
my
we
dog
have
is
guests.
useless too. Like
Yeah.
he just lays there. Somebody
Like-
could come in and steal everything.
He's just like, okay.
Be like, "Are you my new dad?" Like, just
So-
go with him.
So the main thing here is like it didn't say if they were like fooling around if they did. I would imagine that they probably did or something because they're both ass naked and one's cooking up a meal, the other one's just enjoying a nice little bubble bath upstairs. And so you come home with like your kids, you have the father, you have the mother, and they're just like, what the hell? And like that's not even like the sick part about it. It's just like
Oh wait, there's kids too. The kids were out with
yeah,
them.
they were not with the naked couple, but with the family because they took out the kids to eat and everything too. And then so they came back, and like the weird thing about it was that these couple, like the naked intruders, they took their phones that they found randomly laying around the household. They took pictures of themselves and started uploading on their social media. So I'm just like, how did you think that this was a good idea to begin with? Like, how do you even comprehend?
I have an answer for you.
Okay.
Meth. Like I don't know.
That would make the most sense. But like, yeah, these guys definitely look like they fooled around in the Nakata business. So it's Nakata.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny thing, a little bit of an opposite of a story, but like when we first moved in here, we thought that there was somebody breaking into my house.
Okay.
And it actually ended up being a cutting board that had too much weight on it in the sink, and the sink is kind of curved. So the cutting board was like getting ready to snap, and then it snapped, and we thought somebody was like breaking into the house.
Okay.
And so I run naked out of the bedroom with a fucking bat. I was about to kill somebody.
So this actually happened at like nighttime?
Here. Yeah, it was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in
Okay.
the morning. We've had lots of incidents like that here.
Well, I was going to say
where, like things are making noises that are like too much.
well, you do have quite the interesting neighbors as well. Like the guy who just stands on the side of the road and just dances.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that guy's
that guy's
legendary.
Yep.
But yeah, so I don't even know what to say. So like, how would you feel then? Like, let's say if someone did break into your house, they just didn't touch anything. They were just eating your food, letting themselves in, and then you didn't you didn't notice this until you looked at your phone and seen just like a archive, like an.
But they were still in the house?
Yeah.
Citizens arrest.
Yeah.
But I thought they didn't.
I
have
tie
the
them
phone.
up.
No, they didn't have their phones. They took the phones they found laying around the house, just like extra spare phones.
Oh, sure.
And
Okay.
so it was already connected to their Wi-Fi and stuff
So
like
like
that.
a work phone or something, for example?
It could have been a work phone. It didn't like really specify. It could have been the kids' phones or whoever left there. It could just been like, just an extra spare one. Like Shane has like 17 just like laying around his house. Something like
There's
that.
phones for everything.
They had no intentions of stealing it, just using it to kind of update their social media and everything too. So they took these pictures, they posted up on their own social medias from these phones that belong to the house owner. And then he was like, he's like, what the hell is this? So I don't know if he notices the pictures or something like a flag or something. Oh, someone's using your device, an unforeign, you know how you get the Google messages and alerts that something else signed in. And so that's kind of where that.
So this happened at 9 p.m. too, like of all the times.
Yeah, well, obviously that's the appropriate dinner time, I guess. Like usually people go out for dinner around that.
The mugshots actually like make them look more normal than the actual selfies that they took.
Yeah, like the selfies just look like.
Also, this house is weird as hell.
trash.
There's like a fucking deer head on like the wall, and the guy's like just taking pictures.
It's just like his side profile and everything. Like if you're looking at the actual pictures, it kind of almost like
Wow, these
very
people are dumb.
pseudo like mugshotty look too. So it's kind of funny. It felt appropriate.
Yeah. Oh well, but
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that girl's like tooth though, like little snaggle tooth she has going on.
I can't open the picture, so
Oh yeah, it's just
Well,
going through
whatever.
your wrinkles.
I bet that family went to Popeye's Chickens for dinner. That's where I would go.
really,
Yes.
Oh,
why would
but-
you go to Popeye's Chicken? What if
I-
they didn't have any chicken?
I don't know what I would do. I would probably kill a man.
Oh, really? Well, you could be like a Tampa, Florida man who decided to sue Popeye's Chicken.
I love how they
Was
start.
that a segue?
I love how they start off this story basically talking about a Tampa, Florida man from Tennessee said he spent countless hours driving around, hitting up different locations and destinations just so he can get his hands on the new Popeye spicy crispy chicken sandwich.
Guys, this happens every year at McDonald's. We should sue them when they run out of ice cream. When they turn off the ice cream machine and then you have to go somewhere else. Wow, countless hours. Like what the fuck?
Like it's been a few hours basically. So I believe the gentleman's name is Craig Barr, Tennessee location man, who just happened to be in Florida. I don't know if he's currently residing there or not. Basically, he's suing the actual company, the industry, for $5,000 worth of damages and wasting his time, basically, and for the alleged of false advertisement. So, with that being said, it's so funny too, just because he's going on just saying like he couldn't express like how displeased and unhappy he was. Like he waited in line and everything too, just for the teller to find out like, hey, sorry man, we don't have the product available for this. And so he's just kind of going on and on talking about it. But like here's like the real side of the story is that I don't know how or where or when it popped up, because he said he recognizes the employees posting on backlistings. So it's just kind of like, what's those
Facebook
backlistings?
Market, like
That, yeah, it could be
place?
like Facebook marketing, or it could
Seriously?
be like Craigslist or something like that. Yeah, Craigslist is still up in the States, right? But yeah, so anyways, from there, he was creeping it, and he was seeing that these individuals were selling their own sandwiches themselves. But obviously, they're like tripling the prices. They're like, hey, we got some still available, but we'll sell them to you on the side for $24 per pop.
Holy shit. Imagine that like the minimum wage was so low that you sold your product separately to like through a third party.
Yeah, and then like the way that the article does specify and talk about this individual, Mr. Barr, with that it's almost like he's strangely addicted to this idea and concept that he has to have this sandwich. He
Oh,
has
yeah.
to have it.
This guy definitely has some kind of eating disorder. Like this was a quote that they used.
Yeah.
I can't get happy. I have this sandwich on my mind. I can't think straight. The man filed. Oh, that was in the summons. Oh my God. And then it's like it just consumes you. Like I've never thought about food like that. Like it reminds me of like my dog when I when I like open up the treats or whatever, and it's like false advertising. Put that lid back on. Get this shit out of here.
But I think that's the whole part, like the whole like part of it that kind of like really strikes me is just like how obsessive can you get over like one little thing? Like I can understand like something that's not like an edible or, you know, if it's like electronic, sure, why not? But like when it's something that's going to be consumed within
make
like
your own
3
chicken
minutes,
sandwich.
Yeah, just go home, go to Walmart, go whatever the hell you want, just make your own sandwich.
I wonder if they have any proof of this like black market sandwich thing too. Like,
that's exactly it. Because like
is it hearsay?
That would cause a whole nother issue. It could have just been him adding on to the story later on once he's actually being interviewed.
Oh wait, no, that's not what he said. He said that he went on the black market Craigslist and bought a sandwich for $24 from apparently an employee.
Yeah,
but he never got the sandwich.
Yeah, and so that's where they were taking his money and stuff like that too. And like, there's been numerous of articles and talk of like people talking about that as well, where these backhandlers, they were buying like I think it was just Swiss chalet sandwiches and redistributing them in Popeye's chicken like wrappers and everything, and they were like tripling the prices of what they were worth, and so that was like an ongoing issue as well. But in this case, in this gentleman's issue is that someone just ran away with his money, because I'm not sure if he like prepaid with it before he can actually get the sandwich, because he showed up and he was just like, yeah, nobody showed up to give me my food.
That's fucked up, dude. Like this is like so much talk about just like fast food.
Yeah, and I'm just like
$5,000 he wants. What a fucker.
Like just replace my gas and I'll
the
be
picture
happy.
Looks like garbage too.
Yeah, like the sound. It just looks depressing and sad.
I never actually had Popeyes. Is it good or is it like
have you had Popeyes?
I've had like the normal food itself. Like I didn't have any like specialty treats or side sandwiches or anything like that. It was fine. It wasn't anything like special. Like
better or worse than KFC?
It depends.
That's the only chicken
I was gonna say,
so.
yeah, it depends on like texture wise, better flavor wise. I think KFC would be flavor wise. But like if you're more of a texture type situation, what was
7
that?
herbs and spices.
Oh,
7 herbs and spices. No, 13.
Oh man,
12.
I was gonna say, speaking of gluttony, did you hear about those new French fries they're actually gonna come out with in the KFC for the? They're not like beer batter. They're just like, you know, the was it the 11?
I saw a little while ago that there were like fries.
Double down was like the grossest thing. Like,
really, I never had it.
I had it. Like it was good, but it was like I'm like wow. This is
I've
too
stayed
much.
away from like fried chicken, fast chicken
Like,
stuff.
the thing is, like,
10,
I feel
15
like
years
every
at
2
least.
years I'm like, oh, I want KFC, but it's like it's not like every month. It's like no,
Yeah,
every
yeah,
2
it's
years.
like, it's legit. It's
like
something
I don't know how it
it
stays in freshness. Like
because like I don't know.
Every
Like,
person I
Because
talk
it's
to,
so expensive.
well, yeah, it's like the price, and it's not really worth it. You can make something of equivalent or better if you just make something at home. Like it's not like the top of the line thing. Like I don't understand how people can get like addicted to like.
Their
I think the
gravy's
thing
pretty
about
good.
fast food is like most people don't have deep fryers, or like most people just don't want to operate a deep fryer.
Yeah.
Like they're really messy. They're hard to
yeah,
clean.
yeah.
They're the most annoying machines that you could possibly use.
Yeah, 'cause,
And
like,
just
plus like you
convenience,
could
too.
burn your damn house down.
Yeah.
It's basically just like a firebomb.
Yeah, because like as soon as
Yeah.
that ignites, it's
That's it.
going.
That's pretty much it. But yeah, you know, I think that's where they get off. Deep fry.
That's where I get off the deep fry.
Yeah.
That
This sounds man, like if this case won, you know, you could sue people for everything, like
Yeah.
having to wait in line at places or doing this or
But
doing that.
I think the only way that would be kind of more leading towards his argument is if he can prove that this was one of the actual employees that was doing the backlisting.
I don't think that matters though, because like nothing's stopping me as like an employee to buy all the chicken and
But
resell it. Though.
you're kind of in a sense like represented the company for who you're working with. I think that's where it's going to probably be debatable, and especially it's United States as well. So if you can have a little piece of evidence, I'm sure they're going to settle or something. Because like he's going directly to the company itself with a lawsuit.
I think that a lot of people threaten to sue people all the time, and
yeah, just
they
go
don't
over.
usually have a
Yeah.
good reason for it. So
Well, once again, United States, it's definitely a lot different than Canada, especially to getting a lawyer and lawyering up that way.
Mhm.
Here in Canada, we have to do these incredible retainer fees.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this can range anywhere between $10,000 to like I don't even know. Like
well, he only wants
20
5,000. So if anybody does decide to take on this case, I guess he could just like, it's small claims, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he could represent himself, but that sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it was his choice to do these things, right?
Mhm.
Like product availability is not, I'm sure not part of their guarantee.
Yeah.
And if it was an issue, then like he chose to do this at the end of the day. Like it was 100% his choice.
I think it was just like the concept of him waiting in line and everything too, and then finally being told that, yeah, our product's no longer available. Sorry, come back again.
And they
could've-
tell him to
could've-
come back the next day or
Yeah.
whatever. But like,
And then like it was the same situation. They still had nothing, but they could have just put a sign or something, made it easier for the people. It's like, hey, listen, we're completely out of inventory or product.
And you have to imagine, like, I imagine this guy's exaggerating to some extent. Like, it was probably like half hour.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, people can get overzealous and cumbersome with their own little stories, and like, I demand this, I want this, especially too from him. It doesn't sound like he's psychologically all there, especially how he has this food sandwich on his mind. Like, I get it, like, sure, but I can't even like give you the full benefit of the doubt. Like, it's a sandwich, man. Like, go to any other chicken place and bon appetit.
so have you guys?
Obviously,
Obviously,
been on YouTube lately.
Oh my god! Obviously, we've been following like all the YouTube stuff because like we're still not monetized. But yeah, now they're like removing videos completely of robots fighting because of animal cruelty. I don't understand this. Like they don't look like animals. They're definitely metal. Like BattleBots is a huge thing. Wasn't there a movie made about like fighting robots that were like humanoid robots?
Oh yeah, there's like 17 different movies. There's freaking
Yeah. Like what? This is like a totally normal thing. Like
yeah, it's just like
robots. Terminator.
You have
iRobot,
there you go.
Wall-E,
Yeah,
like everything. Everything is a movie about robots fighting each other.
AI,
As long as
Iron
it's not
Man,
people fighting each
Iron
other
Man.
and it's robots fighting each other, then like it's totally legal.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Zords.
Oh my god, yeah. See, you can't see people get killed, but if you see a metal robot get ripped up into bits,
Mega
doesn't
Godzilla.
faze anybody.
I was just gonna say Mechagodzilla. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so stupid though. It doesn't make sense what the hell YouTube is doing because they're basically like giving nobody incentive to get started on the platform, and they're trying to turn it into like more of like a media conglomerate of like celebrities who want to kind of make their semi like there's just like a little bit of their own material.
Well, because with that too, I guess you can kind of necessarily even blame it because I can't necessarily blame YouTube as a whole itself. 'Cause
Like
I don't
as a
think it's,
business,
like,
sure.
yeah, I was gonna say like I don't think it's like a deliberate attack where it's just like this is our mindset, this is what we're thinking of. I think it goes on what everyone's blaming YouTube for what it is, like their algorithm. Because there's
Well, it's not the algorithm though. Like this is like programmed to stop these videos. Like they want these videos to be stopped.
Well, going down into it, because YouTube, such a massive company that what it is, they have
who
people.
owns YouTube? Google.
Yeah, okay. They have like human people watching the specifics, especially too when let's say videos and everything get flagged. Like people actually has to sit there and see this, whether it goes against their terms or guidelines, and then from there it goes down to if the algorithm picks it up and then removes it. But I think when it actually gets removed, I'm pretty sure it's just like one of the algorithms just saying like setting it off at that point.
Yeah, it turns it off, but like then they have to appeal it, and a lot of these people aren't getting their videos turned back on, which is ridiculous. Like everybody's getting flagged for everything. It's just so insane. And then like on top of it all, like on top of all of the other things that are going on right now, like you guys know that children's toy videos are like stupid popular on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like the most popular demographic is like children's toys unboxing and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, all of those guys are getting like demonetized now for having children in their videos. So you can open up children's toys if you want, but you have to be an adult.
Well, because I know there's a recent story that was actually popping up too. I can't remember the kid's name. I think it was like Kevin's toy reveal or whatever.
Oh, I hate that
And-
kid.
and-
It's not Kevin though.
It's something like that.
Ryan's toy review.
Yeah, Ryan. That kid, like he has over like 21 million like subs or whatnot, and he's getting like monetized and hit with all these just because it's not so much. I think it's one going against like terms of policies of the child labor laws, and two that the products and endorsement that they're actually doing is being targeted and marketed towards children. And this range of child, like, who's getting marketed to, like anywhere between, I don't know what they were saying, like 3 to 8 or something like that. They don't realize or can comprehend that these are ads and paid ads to try to target them to buy their goods or whatever they want. And so I think that's one of the big reasons for one of this like major shutdown and everything too that's happening with them.
So one of the reasons why this is happening now with children is because apparently there was like a law that came about in 1998 called the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, which prohibits websites from collecting data from users under the age of 13.
Yeah.
And like all of these like kids review channels are basically videos of kids under 13. And so like, just by hosting them on the website, like you're collecting data about them essentially. And so like now YouTube has to basically just get rid of all these videos. But basically it has to do with like the FTC. So the FTC filed a complaint saying that YouTube calls itself today's leader in reaching children's ages 6 to 11 and whatever. So like Google and YouTube pretty much like just totally admitted like children, we do children's stuff, children's toys, whatever. And then the FTC was like, oh really? Mm-hmm. And then they basically were just like, oh well, we're going to crack down on this.
Yeah. Was that like, because I know like they just recently had to pay like a massive like fine and everything too. Was that part of the actual, I think it was like 150.
It was 170 to settle the case with the FTC, but now they have to comply. They have to comply to these like rules
and like legislations and everything too that they actually made for it. But I don't know, like, because I personally haven't seen anything. Because like when I was growing up too, like I had like one Saturday morning and stuff like that to kind of like view and watch, where that time slot was just like open for specific children and only children at that time, just because like the cartoons and everything they make.
Was it in black and white?
No, what? Get the hell out of here! I'm not that old.
Yeah, you are. To me, you are.
Oh yeah, he's still like a little infant.
Yeah, it's really weird too, because like it doesn't mean that they're gonna stop now, but like all of this children's content is apparently going to be moved over to like YouTube Kids.
Oh yeah.
Which is like totally fine, but why like this? I don't understand why there needs to be two separate YouTubes for this. But whatever.
Because I don't know, maybe like the YouTube Kids is under like a different type of like, I don't know, some sort of like act or something like that. It's all under the same thing. Like there's no special like immunity that it may have just because it's specifically targeted and aimed towards shit. It's like this, I guess, like Netflix too. Like Netflix has like Netflix Kids. Yeah,
I guess. But like, as adults, have you ever wanted to watch one of these like kids toy review unboxings?
Not even once in my life.
Okay, so I got sucked down this like rabbit hole of like 90s toys unboxings.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Where they open up toys from the 90s.
Yeah.
So like, do you remember before Beyblades, they had like Power Rangers like spinning tops and stuff like
spinning
that.
Tops, yeah.
They had like McDonald's play sets and whatever. So man, what got me like, I was like 4 or 5 hours deep into like watching these kids play with these toys, but it was the McDonald's play sets.
Okay.
And it wasn't like, some McDonald's toy or whatever. It was like basically every type of food they made in the restaurant in kids meals, like fries, chicken nuggets, hamburgers, this, that, and whatever. So shakes, smoothies, ice cream or whatever. So they had like, these toys are literally like built for you to take these ingredients that they give you or that you can like provide on your own. Like a piece of bread, for example, will make fries. And then you like have the whole play set. So you can push a button and like fries come out, or you push another button and you get some juice or some ice cream or like a brownie or something like that. All this stuff. And like, they're so messy and so complicated, but man, like they look like so much fun when I was like 4 years old. And I'm just sitting here and I'm watching them. This was a couple of years ago, actually. It was like fairly recent. And I'm just watching these videos of kids playing with toys. And I'm like, oh man, like I wish that I was not poor. It was probably so expensive.
Because it's so funny. Like normally when I'm like looking at like videos and such like that, it's not so much like the children are like introducing these like type of specifics. It's usually just kind of like that nostalgia type situation where it's like an adult who lived through this time period just like reflecting back like, oh my God, I remember having this or doing this. Or it's like some sort of like revealing of like, let's say like Pokemon cards or something like that, and people has like these vintage box sets that they bought and they just kind of have kicking around their house for like 20 years or something like that. And it's like the original, I guess like the original pack. I don't know if it's like Gen 1, I guess.
It's just base set.
Yeah, base set or whatever.
Oh, Magic. Are you talking about Magic cards?
No,
Pokemon
just Pokemon cards. And then after they were just kind of going through that, like, oh, look, I have like the vintage like holograph Charizard with like the...
Do you know how much that's worth?
Shadow.
The last time I checked, it was like $20,000.
Yeah, it's like 20,000, something like that, yeah.
I think it's 50.
Did it go up as well? Because I know one just one recently just sold for I think like 500,000.
It depends on the condition and the version.
Like what's the PSA is like. I think there's only like 4 PSA 10s.
Oh, see, like if it's if it's like top level, top tier.
It's almost like that of the Black Lotus.
Man, I had like 3 charts. So what I did, like I never played Pokemon. I just collected the cards, right?
Okay.
So I had a book that could hold probably about 300 cards in it.
Oh, yeah, with like the little sleeves and everything?
Yeah, but it was like a Pokemon book.
Yeah.
It was like red and it had Pokemon on it or whatever. I think it had Charmander. I think I got it with the Pokemon Red when I bought it. And it had 300 slots and I had them all filled with shiny cards. And like there were there was so much stuff in there.
That's
everything
funny.
in there. Including like the shitty ones that you'd get from like the movie, like the holographic Mew and stuff like that.
Like the little like ancient.
I put out anything that was shiny went into that book and somebody stole the book.
Wow. What really?
That book was probably today, probably now, probably easily be clear like 50, 60K.
You probably just take it in anywhere. They'll be like, yeah, I'll buy it. Or just like sell it on eBay or something like that.
And like
some,
those,
hardcore
the case,
fan
it was
would
like really nice. Like it was meant to like keep them in fantastic condition. But yeah, there were 3 Charizards in there. One of them was like a Gen 1. I don't know about this APA thing or whatever, but it was first generation. Like it was like Pokemon cards came out and then I got a Charizard.
That's funny. I've never really got any of like those evolve forms. Oh, James, you might actually be able to answer a question for me. What does +3 mana mean?
It's a like a
oh my god!
Like I know what it means, but like it's hard to explain if you don't know like the concept.
He's like, that's like the 10th layer of the internet. We got to take you down this archive.
No, manas is how you cast spells, basically.
Okay, so because isn't that Black Lotus? Isn't it +3 mana?
Yes.
For like the Magic Gathering.
Oh dang! I totally didn't know it was 3. I thought it was 2.
Because it's so funny.
It is so broken.
Damn. I remember seeing like this license plate and someone had it like on their actual
like,
plate. It was like +3.
Oh man, especially if you had multiple of them.
Yes.
Well, like the thing
is it 0 cost too?
Yeah, 0.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like it's like
any color.
Is it like one time use or does it?
one time use.
Because the thing here though with it is like it's such like a
so on
high...
turn 1 you play something that costs 4.
Wow. I'm trying to nerd out here, guys. Okay. So the main thing here is like it's such like a rare card to find because like if you actually find, I remember someone was going through like a booster pack where it's like I guess it was like an alpha pack or something like that.
I think it was a beta pack.
Was it a beta pack?
Yeah.
Because isn't it there's a beta and an alpha?
Yeah.
Which one's like the hardest one to find? Is I know like beta has only like 1,000 or something like that.
There's less alpha, but alpha people don't like alpha because the corners are weird.
Okay.
So people like beta more.
But isn't alpha like the cost for the alpha is like in like the hundreds of $1,000s now if you want to sell one? Because I think it's more the rarity of it. It's more rare than like the beta.
It is more rare, but people like beta more. It just
because I was watching like unveilings and stuff like that too, and someone just happened to stumble across one of these things, and like it was like it didn't look staged or anything because this guy was literally having an orgasm while he was like going through his card deck.
Oh man!
And then like you just seen him like shaking while he's like holding it. He's like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So he had to like cut the program, and I don't know. I thought it was hilarious.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's been nice talking to you boys.
On another episode of Hotline Hangout.
Bye, Shane's grandma.
Oh my god.
Shane, let's change this up a bit. What's our plugs?
Oh, dude, I don't remember the plugs.
Fine. If you really want to follow us, you could follow us on Twitter. You can hit us up at Hotline Hangout. Or should you want to check out our Instagram? God damn it, Shane.
This isn't me, dude.
That is you. Hotline Hangout at Hotline Hangout Podcast on Instagram.com. Or YouTube.com, Hotline Hangout. You can always find us there as well if you want to see our prettiness. Well, because like it's under different domains, and we just recently got bought out and processed and assignments.
Oh, whatever. And you can definitely send us an email at hotlinehangout@gmail.com. And we'll be sure to reply as quick as possible.
Yeah,
what else is there?
We got James on the horn on that one. So as soon as you reply anything, he got you instantly. It's not a bot.
Yeah, there are instant replies. It's not a bot.
I don't know. Other than that, we got, I guess...
Anything coming up for you nerds? Anything exciting?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Other than the actual Not Over 30 podcast we got coming out.
Not over 30. My God. Not after 30.
Not after 30.
No.
Oh, whatever.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know you're past 30 now, so...
Guys, memory's going. Memory's going.
Memory.
The black and white TV is like, it's all coming together.
The CTV.
Well,
or is it CRT TV? There you go.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Hotline Hangout. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Oh my God.
Oh,